Are you ready to begin the journey to a more joyful and freer you? Let's start now. Hello there, and thanks so much for joining me today on this beautiful, transformative journey into finding your best self, possibly free of stress and anxiety. Showing up for yourself can be hard. Go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. The hardest part is over. You showed up, you're on your mat, and the video is playing. Congratulations. Go ahead, take that pat. Both shoulders. Today's focus is all about the breath. You've lost control, and it's time to regain your control. The first and most easiest thing for us to gain control over is our breathing, our breath, our inhales and our exhales. There's only two things in this whole world that we get to control: our thoughts and actions. That's it. So if we can change the thoughts by focusing on the breath, we can probably do a good deal of getting rid of some anxiety, tension, and stress in our lives and in our bodies. I am honored that you have chosen me for this journey. I hope that all of this leaves you feeling lighter and more free. Today, we're going to start in a nice, comfy, seated position. As always, none of these beginner classes will need any props. However, a block or bolster will be useful for most of you. I will always warn you when we will have a yin practice. Today won't be. So today we're just going to use a block. We're going to sit on it. It's going to prop our sits bones up. So we can put that behind our booties. Now we can be in this kneeling position, or we can take crisscross applesauce if that feels better for you. So go ahead, meet me on your mat in your most comfy seated position. Once you get here, go ahead and grow the crown of the head nice and tall, closing the eyes down, and go ahead and begin to bring that awareness to the breath. Maybe bringing that right hand to the belly, left hand to the chest. Now, while we're here, we should be able to feel the rise and the fall of the chest and the belly. If you don't feel the belly move, go ahead and try to push the air all the way down into the abdomen area. Past the diaphragm and feeling that belly all the way up. And then slowly, we let it go. Now when we breathe our breath into our bellies fully, all the nerve endings there send the signal to the brain that all is okay. Next time you find yourself in an uncomfortable position, go ahead and bring your hands to chest and belly. Bring that full awareness, that full focus to the breath. Seeing how this shifts and what this shifts inside of you when you begin to not only focus on the breath, but bringing the control aspect as well. We lose control in our everyday lives, and that's okay. We all do it. There does come a point where we need to accept all of that. We need to accept the surroundings, and we need to focus on the only things that we can: our thoughts and our actions. They say that what we put out is what we receive. On every exhale today, I want you to think of just letting out love. Exhaling bubbles of pink, that pop and sprinkle love over anyone that's under them. So yeah, if you encounter a stressful situation, go ahead and place the hands on the chest and the belly. Feel the rise and fall. Allow those deep belly breathing to calm you, to ground you. We're going to be here for another minute or so go ahead and practice really filling up that belly with the breath and seeing how much control you can practice on the exhale of letting it all out. Allowing the body to be still. Allowing the body to feel the calm while you're awake. Go ahead and take one more big inhale. And let's all sigh it out the mouth. Letting it go. And butterfly those eyelids back open. Go ahead and take your hands to your thighs here. We're going to do our side stretches next. So go ahead and take this left hand to the ground beside of you. Inhale this right hand up and overhead. Maybe your gaze follows it. And now we are getting this nice side body stretch all down the right side. Normal everyday life doesn't allow us to be this opening on our side bodies. So here we are, working on ourselves. Inhale, back up through center. This right hand's going to plant. Left hand sweeps up and the gaze can follow it. We're keeping the chest nice and lifted. We're only focusing on the side bodies here. Just cracking them open. You should feel this all the way from your left fingertips all the way down to those hip bones. It should feel really nice. Just breathing throughout all of our flows. There will never be any time that you should be holding or clenching that breath. Inhale, we come back to center. Left hand plants, right hand's up and overhead. Right side body again. You may feel a little more open this time than it did the first time. Just breathe. Inhale, back to center. Right hand plants, left hand sweeps up. Left side body stretch again. So nice. Inhale, back up to center. Now we're going to take our twist. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Now we're going to twist to the right. Okay, and now we're going to bring this left hand to the right knee. Right hand goes behind us. And we breathe. Our inhales lengthen us. And we allow the exhales to take us deeper into the twist. Gaze is as far behind us as we can comfortably get it. And inhale, we'll come back to center, arms up overhead. Same thing. We're going to twist to the left. And then we're going to bring this right hand to the left knee. And the left hand goes behind us. Beautiful stretch. A lot of times, twisting can be prohibited by the side body. So we always like to do side body stretches first. and then a twist. We're going to inhale these arms back up and take it to the right. And then bring that left hand down and right hand down. Breathing in that belly and controlled exhale. Inhale these arms back up and back to center and to the left. Right hand down, left hand down. Beautiful. It was such a beautiful day here at the pond. Perfect first day for filming. Not too much sun, not too much heat, and it's not cold or rainy. Inhale, back to center. Go ahead and take those arms up. We're going to walk them forward. So go ahead and just come forward until it feels comfy for you, keeping the gaze forward. So we're not wanting to round through the spine here. We're trying to keep the spine nice and extended and lengthened. So keeping the gaze forward will help keep that spine nice and long. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, we'll slowly walk the hands back up. And this time we're going to walk them behind us. And we're going to puff that chest up a little bit, maybe taking that gaze up. And then we'll come and we'll round by bringing the hands to the knees here. Nice little rounding through the spine. Exhale, we'll walk those hands back and puff that chest up. And inhale, we will come and round again. Beautiful. Inhale ourselves back up. If you are on a block, we are going to remove the block. We're going to come around for our all fours position. Tabletop. So we bring our shoulders over the wrists, and then our hips come over our knees. The gaze is in between the thumbs. And once you feel good here, we're going to lock the bandhas. So we're going to engage our core here to make sure that our spine is nice and lengthened here. Keeping the gaze in between the thumbs. Inhale, we'll drop that belly, lift that chest for our cow pose. Exhale, we'll round through the spine, coming in for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Now do this a few times, matching up your breath with the movement. So every inhale, we should be in cow, and every exhale, we will be in cat. Just really taking the time to tap into you, tapping into that breath. Allowing yourself and your breath to be one. Inhale, cat. You got it. Exhale, cow. And we're going to all meet back in our tabletop here. Beautiful. Next pose, we're going to go through his gait. So go ahead and step that left foot behind that right. And this left hand's going to come up. It's almost like a side plank, except we have the knee down. And then we're going to go ahead and take that left arm up overhead. If it feels better up towards the sky or the ceiling, do that. or you can take it overhead if that feels nice. Tapping into that side body here, of course. We're not allowing the chest to dump here. We're keeping the chest lifted and up. And of course, we are breathing. Now this bottom leg, you can have it where it is, or you can pivot it behind you. That will definitely help with the balance here. And breathe, filling up that belly with that breath, gaining that control here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to step this left foot up where the left hand was. This right foot will pivot back around. And once you feel good here, we're going to allow an inhale to rise us up. You're going to take those arms up and overhead. Here we are in our low lunge. If that back knee feels a certain way, you could take a towel or a blanket and roll it up. You could also tuck that right foot. That might help the knee a little bit. And we're not dumping here. We never want this knee to splay over the ankle. So always bring this awareness to this knee. You always want to make sure you can see that front big toe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We'll plant our hands. Step that foot back. Now we're going to come in through the other side. So this right foot's going to step behind the left. Our right hand's going to go up. Same options on this side. You can take that overhead if you like, or up, whatever you prefer. And then you can pivot the middle leg if you would like. It's our left leg there that's pivoting. It can be hard to do the right left here, but I do try my hardest to get them right. Breathe. Regaining that control of the breath, and return gaining control of your whole life. What we practice on the mat, we take off and practice in real life. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we're going to pick that right foot up and bring it up where the right hand was. Pivot around that back leg so that it is behind us. Once you feel good here, we'll allow the inhale to rise us up and our hands go up overhead. Making sure that you can see that front big toe here. And we breathe. Regaining that connection to the breath, feeling into this space, taking up all of this space that you have here for yourself. Inhale and exhale. We release the hands. We step the foot back, all fours. Absolutely beautiful. Once you get here, we're going to do some cat-cows again, just keeping that connection to the breath. Making sure the shoulders are over the wrists and the hips are over the knees. Inhale, we drop that belly. We lift that chest. Gaze goes up. Exhale, we round through the spine. Inhale, gaze goes up. Exhale, we round. Go ahead and do a few more of these. Matching that breath to the movement. Syncing it up. Practice makes perfect when it comes to the control of our thoughts. And the same goes with our breath. It takes practice, just a little bit every day, to really gain that traction. Once you feel good here, we're going to come in and tuck those toes. We're coming in for our first plank. So if you don't want to do full plank with the knees lifted, just lower down those knees, and here we are in our plank. So it's a little bit different than a tabletop, obviously. Our weight is more in the upper body. But once you do feel good here, whether you're in the lowered plank or the lifted plank, we're going to step the feet up and come into our first standing forward fold. Once you get here, bend the knees. I want you to try to get this belly to touch, and your knees can be bent. We are trying to get a stretch through the back. Interlace opposite elbows. Sway left to right. When we allow the bend in the knees, we're stretching through the lower back versus the hamstrings. And right now, I want the stretch to be in the low back. We will get to our hamstrings on another day. But for today, the focus is on the low back and the breath. We are mainly focused on the breath. The breath does have the power to calm us if we utilize the tools that we learn. Hand on belly, hand on chest, feeling that, bringing that awareness and the focus is a new tool in your new toolbox. I hope within the next 7 days or 30 days, if you've chosen to do the whole journey, I hope your toolbox is full. And I hope that you feel the power to use the tools in the box. On an inhale, we're going to bring the hands to the shins and push up, creating a nice long spine. It's called halfway lift. We inhale here, and then we exhale to fold. We'll inhale to slowly bring ourselves up to standing. Our head and neck will come last. And here we are in our mountain position, aka Tadasana. Go ahead and close your eyes down. Just take note of how you feel right here, right now. Really body, gaining the connection to the breath. Arms up overhead, and exhale, we fold. Gonna plant the hands and step the feet back, coming in through plank. Lower down the knees, and then the chest and the chin, and we're gonna pause. Breath here. Breathe. And a child's pose. So those toes come together, knees are together, the hips back, and then we're going to take the arms back, feet. Go ahead and get comfy here. Closing the eyes down. Maybe giving yourself another pat on the back. You are showing up and you're doing the work. This is where the magic happens. Showing up for you, yourself, and you and yourself only. Creates so much self-confidence, knowing you are capable. Just Inhaling here and exhaling. Dropping the to-do list. And just try to remain calm and still. Dropping out of the beta brain waves. Slowing it down just a little bit. Ever so slowly, we'll peel out back to our seated position. Let's go ahead and bring the right hand on the chest, left hand on the belly. Close the eyes down and grow the crown of the head tall. Feel the rise and the fall. Feel that connection. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself today. I hope that you have found this useful. And I'm so excited for you and the transformations that will happen this week. Remember to carry on your day with the focus on the breath. When you lose control, try to regain it by gaining control of the breath. I promise it works. Trust and believe in yourself and your toolbox. Go ahead and bring the hands together, Anjali Mudra, Heart Center. Bring the thumbs up in between your eyes, your third eye. And we close out always. The light in me acknowledges and honors the light that is inside of you. Namaste.